Hello, and welcome to this video from Dynamic Yield, all about how quick service restaurants, or QSRs, can revolutionize the drive-thru and personalize the experience for every single guest that comes through the line. Here's the deal. According to the Quantum Pulse, the drive-thru makes up anywhere from 60 to 70% of fast food sales in the United States. That's billions of dollars, with a B, in revenue every month, making it the most popular sales channel for QSRs. It's great news, but only 1 out of every 10 cars that comes through the drive-thru lane is an identified customer. So when it comes to actually optimizing the drive-thru experience, QSRs have historically focused on the 10% of guests that they recognize, which makes sense. But it also means that they're missing the opportunity to personalize 90% of their drive-thru interactions, which is leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, you might be asking yourself, how are you supposed to personalize an interaction for somebody that you don't know or that you don't recognize? You don't know anything about them. You have no information about them. And you're right. But instead of focusing on what you don't know about them, you can instead focus on what they all have in common. There are a number of contextual factors at play here, right? No matter who comes through the drive-thru line next. So let's take a look at some of these. First, time of day. Featuring a coffee option in the morning makes a lot of sense, right? But what about at 8 p.m.? Not as much. Similarly, a chicken sandwich might sell really well in the evening dinner rush, but isn't everyone's first choice for a breakfast item. The current inventory and the product availability. Is your ice cream machine broken? You can avoid creating a disappointing customer experience by removing those items from the menu board entirely. Likewise for products that are out of stock. Finally, product popularity. With different taste preferences or limited time menu items, certain items become more popular. And if you can use the data available to you to analyze which products are trending and then feature them prominently on a menu board, might make a big difference. If we look at restaurant location, what items make more sense based on where you are currently? For example, let's think about a restaurant in Florida versus a restaurant in Minnesota, or a restaurant in the Northeast versus a restaurant in the Southwest. Different regions have different taste preferences, different climates. They make different items more or less appealing than others. What if we look at an urban versus rural situation, or a restaurant that's right off the interstate versus one that's located in a neighborhood? The customer preferences for each of these locations are likely going to be different, and QSRs can use this to their advantage in which items they showcase on their digital menu boards, as well as the products that they recommend. Now, similar to restaurant location, the weather for a particular day has a big impact on customers' taste preferences. If it's abnormally hot, featuring a frozen drink might be the play. But if it's below freezing, then you're probably better off featuring hot tea, coffee, or even soup if you have it. Now, existing order items are also a great contextual factor to use for personalization. If you think about the items that are complementary to what the customer has already ordered, if they've already ordered a double cheeseburger, then the chances of them wanting another one probably pretty slim. So instead, you could recommend a side or a drink or even a dessert to round out the meal. But let's think about those 10% of known guests. You can still use all of the contextual factors that we just covered, but you're also going to be able to bring in data from past purchase history, from your loyalty program, from their dietary preferences, and any other engagement information that you have. For example, personalizing with dietary preference data might look something like this, right? Recommending some dairy-free options to a customer who has shown that to be their preference, or maybe they've even indicated it in their account profile. Using these factors and the data available to you, you can optimize the entire order flow by featuring items before the order even begins, by recommending complementary items as the order is taking place, and finally providing just a little bit of a nudge at the end, just ahead of order confirmation and checkout. These strategies can increase the average check size, improve lane speed and order fulfillment times by shortening the time it takes to actually place the order, and enhance the customer satisfaction, which ultimately leads to more visits, more loyalty, and more revenue for you. For more information on optimizing for 100% of drive-thru interactions, you can read the entire article in Dynamic Yield's XP Squared Learning Center, which is linked below in the description. Thanks. I'll see you next time.